Hello everyone. In this last segment of the video, we are going to conclude the chapter Understanding the Decentralization in India. India is a federalist state. We have already discussed that how the power is decentralized in India. With this understanding, we are going to conclude the chapter. When we talk about the decentralization in India, it means what? You see, the certain powers from the center and the state government has taken and it was given to the local government, okay, for the administration of these villages or these local levels, so that there should not be any confusions. There should be a better administrative system. There should be a opportunity for all to development. So such is called what? The decentralization of power. This is what the certain powers are taken from the center and the state government and given to the local government. This is called as what? Decentralization of power. Now how it is done? As we know that the third tier of government, which includes the panchayat, which include the municipalities and the community government, their nature of functioning may be varied from one region to another regions. That nature of functioning may not be similar in the case of all the state. Now, why it is done? When overall analysis was done with the administrative system or within the politics, then it has seen that those places which are far off from the mainland or which is not much integrated with the state or the central politics, often the state and the central politics, they fail to take a very efficient initiative for them. So the reasons for having this kind of decentralization was so that if the power is given at the bottom level or that root level, then the administration will organize within the panchayat, within the municipalities or within the community, and they may able to resolve the problems that prevails within that arena. Often it was difficult for the state government or the central government staying in the far off places to understand the real need of the people, to understand the what sorts of rules and regulation is to be made for that particular place. So thinking that only, there was a decentralization of power, and the main reason of this decentralization of power to give a efficient administration. But after doing a decentralization of power also, so many problems it was lies. So later on these problems were discussed, and with the change of the time, so many things has changed come in this third tier of the government or third fold of the government. Now the year 1992 is very significant. Why? Because it has completely reshaped the this third fold of the administrative system, and this is called what? The amendment was brought in the year 1992, which is called as the 73rd Amendment Act of Indian Constitution. And do you know, after 73rd Amendment Act of 1992, the series of changes were brought. And this series of changes were brought to give a effective and efficient administrative system at the third fold of the government. Now, what are these changes? Why these changes were brought? As I told you, the nature of functioning from one state to another state may be different. This third form of government which was made, they were often not independent to perform all its functions as it was needed for that particular places. Why? Because either they have to work under the control of the state government or they have to work under the guidelines of the central government. So this particular reason, which is not allowing this third tier of government to take their such decisions at their own level which is helpful for the people living in it. So to bring changes in this, the constitution was amended in the year 1992, and the amendment was called as what? 73rd Amendment Act of Indian Constitution. According to this act, so many changes were brought. Let us try to understand these changes. Now, after the 73rd Amendment Act, what happened? It has made mandatory to conduct election in the regular interval of the time at the third level of government as well. Now see, in panchayat Raj, in the village panchayat or in the municipalities, one person cannot to hold the post for a longer period of time as per his own wish or as per the will of the state or the central government. Now the person is able to hold his post and position till he will able to enjoy or able to gain the support of the common people living in its place, right? So to make it more democratic, to make it more effective in administration, now 73rd Amendment Act has asked this level of government also to conduct an election in a regular interval of time. This is the first changes were brought. Second, the reservation of seats for SC, ST and OBC, means scheduled caste, scheduled tribe and other backward classes. Now seats were kept reserved so that this group of people also get equal opportunity to get involved in the political affairs. So no one should get neglected. Let their rights, let their opportunities, they also learn. So it has brought this kind of change. Another, reservation of the seat for the women. 1/3 of the seats were kept reserved for the women in the third tier of government also after 73rd Amendment Act of 1992. Second, 73rd Amendment Act has suggested and it has done a creation of independent state election commission. So now such elections commissions were created, which is not working under the influence of any state government or the central government. As we have seen that before 73rd Amendment Act, what happened? Most of these third tier of the government, they were working under the influence of the state or they are working as per the guidelines of the central government. So often to make them happy, it has seen that they take such decisions which suit the state and the central government rather than the common citizens. So to overcome this kind of problems, let the power should not be misused, the 73rd Amendment Act has formed this independent state election commissions which responsibility is to conduct election at this local level of government. Finally, the state government advised to share its some powers and fund. Okay, certain powers and fund which was separated from the state revenue and it was given to the local level of government so that whatever the monetary problems comes, whatever these monetary issues comes, they can solve at their own level. So this is how the decentralization is done in India, federations. Okay, so this is the end of the chapter. I hope that you might have understood whatever we have discussed here. So before going to wind up, let me give you a review of the chapter what we have discussed. First we try to understand what is federalism. Then after that we try to understand that what are the features of federalism and what are the different roots of federalism. Then again we have discussed what makes India a federal state, then how federalism is practiced in our country, and what is the decentralization of power or sharing of power in Indian federations. We try to understand this in this particular video. I hope that I would able to help you little with this small effort. So keep on learning and don't forget to refer the text. Once it is very important for all of you to read the text after watching and listening this video. Thank you very much and stay well. Meeting you with soon.